Jingle bells. Robin smells. Batman laid an egg. Ah, yes, here we are. Okay, what's up, what's happening, everybody? That delay always gets me because I'm like, is everything working? Is everything good? I'm sure we're good. Jingle, see, there you go. We're good. Hey, what's happening, guys? It's Friday. What's going on, guys? Brian, it's Infinity, Nathan, Billy, United. There I am. Men in tights. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the whiskey stream. That's right. Oh, look at that. How beautiful is that? Yes, that's right. I'm drinking from my boozy Grail. My boozy Grail. Yeah, I got some for Christmas. I got some High West. Geez, High West whiskey. Oh shit, I meant to say that like 5 times. And yeah, that's what I'm drinking tonight. So cheers, guys. Welcome. Yeah. That's some good fucking whiskey. Some good rye. All right. Yeah, it does look like Granny's peach tea. Doesn't taste like it, though. I'll say that. So, what's up, son of retired legendary Georgia game warden? Wow. It's quite a name you have there. Jeez. Interesting. Have you tried Screwball peanut butter whiskey? Yes, I have, Caesar. And I still have some left. I can't drink it. It is too fucking sweet. Way too fucking sweet. I got it one time and the bottle was left here and I just can't. It's just, you get that peanut butter aftertaste, but it tastes like just straight up caramel. Just a shot of caramel right into your fucking head. What's up, Edgy? What's up, Teth? I see you, Teth. Easy there. Okay, no need to do that. No spamming, okay? What's going on, Jose? Happy Friday. Yeah, we're here. It's a fucking weird week, right? Because Christmas, right in the middle of the week. So now we're just at that time period where it's like, I'm telling you, every business, or at least the business I'm in, should just close shop for a week till after the new year. Nobody cares about stuff right now. Peanut butter whiskey was good for one drink. Yeah, it's good for like one little shot, but I can't do it. Like I've had that bottle for like 3 months and I just can't get myself to just finish it off. It's just gross, man. It's gross. What day is it? I know. What's up, Mr. Suicide Squadcast Network? Yeah, I know. It feels like a fucking Wednesday for all I know, or Tuesday. Everything's all messed up. But the new year will be here, and yeah, 2020, hopefully the year of the Snyder Cut. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Tarantino's? Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that I blah 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 blah. My thoughts on this is I really want to see it because it's Tarantino, and I would love to see a Tarantino Star Trek, but it's just not going to happen, of course. I mean, we knew it wasn't going to happen, but the thing is, though, it's like how it would be a box office hit. I mean, what are they afraid of? You attach Tarantino to a Star Trek film, right there, you're already gonna make double your box office, and then we just go from there. I don't know. It seems like they're just leaving money on the table right there. It's like, hey, can we think out of the box here, guys? Of course not. Of course they can. Can you see the downward trend in Disney Star Wars? Not so much. Apparently right now, Rise of Skywalker is actually doing better at the box office than Last Jedi, compared to Christmas and stuff like that. It's already at almost 600 million. So yeah, I mean, I guess you could say there's somewhat a downward trend, but it's just because people want so much, they want their own version of the story now. It's getting kind of annoying. But the thing is, though, you gotta consider the Mandalorian. Mandalorian is like a pop culture phenomenon. So, I mean, even if Rise of Jedi started off kind of, slower than the other two in the new trilogy, still got the Mandalorian that everybody's fucking talking about. So, I mean, that's, they just fucked up. They should have concentrated not on Rey. To me, the new trilogy should have focused more on Finn And I think it did pretty good with Kylo Ren with Ben, because I thought his story was intriguing more than anybody. But Rey was just like, it was just girl Luke. Finn was interesting because he was a stormtrooper. Hey Dave, ever try malt scotch? No, I have not. I have not tried that. I'm not even going to attempt to say that, but it sounds delicious. I mean, I like a good scotch every now and again. One of these days, maybe I'll have a scotch stream, which sounds just weird. So Snyder saying it's complete and showing the canister, and then saying it's not complete with a comment. What's your take on it? My take on it is keeping the hype, guys. That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, the canisters are. What I always found funny about the canisters was the fact that he had 214 on him, and it almost seemed like, would that actually be on film canisters? I don't know. I don't know if that would actually be there. You guys got to realize Snyder's a crafty motherfucker. He really is. He's crafty. He's brilliant. He knows what to do. I mean, he's basically what's his nuts in Ready Player One. He's just leaving us clues and keys and this, that, and this. Everybody took the canisters as, there it is, 100% done, right there. And I'm just going, relax. He's doing what he does best. The fact that, I mean, Warner Brothers should just look at how he's marketing this movie, and anybody like Netflix should just have Snyder and his team market Army of the Dead, because he's killing it by marketing the Snyder Cut without even having an official release date or anything like that. He's doing a very fantastic job by doing stuff like that, by showing pictures like that, and then showing, of course, little other pictures and doing the whole Excalibur thing. I mean, it's pretty fucking brilliant. That's all I got to say. I mean, that's why I'm like, when everybody just gets so, like, they just start stabbing at one little thing, like, look, it's done. It's like, no, don't do that. Just say, like, look, there you go. It exists. But yeah, it still might not be fully complete. But who cares? Because Warner Brothers is most likely just going to fucking give him what he wants, and then we're going to get something pretty spectacular. Wrong, Dave. The trilogy should have been all about Rose. I have a video about that whole controversy that'll be up tomorrow. So fucking stupid. Yeah, I know, right? Should have been all about Rose. Good God, Rose. She only had 76 seconds of screen time. How dare you, racist bastards. That's right. JJ, Catherine, Kent, they're all racist. That's right. Even though they're progressive as fuck. Come on. The trilogy should have been concentrated on Baby Yoda. Yeah, now, in retrospect, probably. Brandon Routh's Superman deserves his own TV show on HBO Max. I agree. Do a Kingdom Come type of story on HBO Max. That would actually, I think, be a fantastic idea. I've seen clips online, but I haven't seen much of anything when it comes to actual watching. I haven't watched any of the episodes. I'll probably end up doing the Crisis on Earth binge watching thing. I don't know. Nasir, hey, cheers, man. Yeah, I hope to have a happy new year myself. It's just weird. Isn't it weird? Like, when it comes to like I said, the 7 days between New Year's and Christmas is always just like a weird, I don't know. I always find myself kind of just like in a daze, like, what was going on? Yeah, I'm just gonna eat fucking leftovers and whatever. It just seems like people are like kind of in a daze, and then all of a sudden, like New Year's, and everybody goes, okay, it's time to shape up. It's time to do some shit, resolutions and whatnot that we're all gonna fail at within a month. You know how it is. Right, KKK Abrams. You got it. Thoughts on Babu Frick? I don't know what that is. What's Babu Frick? Somebody tell me. It's a limbo week. Yeah, it pretty much is. It's just like one of those weeks where it's just like, I wish I could just lay on my couch and just binge watch whatever I missed throughout the year and movies that I missed. And that's what I wish I could do, and just eat nothing but leftovers and junk food. And then when it comes to New Year's, just like, okay, time to get back on it. No, I've only watched the first episode. But this weekend, like tomorrow, I plan on waking up and watching Mandalorian, Harley Quinn, and then more Witcher. So they need to make it. Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet. I wouldn't be surprised if that's been thrown out there. I would not be surprised if that idea has not been thrown out there. And they should have Tim Burton come back. Have Tim Burton come back and do that. Even if it was like a mini series on HBO Max, I think Burton would be down to do that. And Keaton, I think, would be down to do that too. Can you imagine an HBO miniseries, Batman Beyond, with Michael Keaton's Batman, Tim Burton directing, coming back? I think that'd be pretty fucking sweet. See? Do you think we'll reach 25K? Well, when I looked last, it was over 18,000. I don't know. There needs to be a good push. You know, if Momoa would push it, I don't think he has, right? If Jason Momoa were to push it, if he were to push it, then definitely it would definitely make that money. So what's going on, Mr. Film Trigger? Witcher was good, but the story's kind of slow. Also want more monster. Yeah, the first episode was a little slow, but that last part when he started doing that John Wick sword fighting shit, I mean, my God, that was pretty fucking cool. That was pretty fucking sweet. I'm not watching a Tim Burton Batman Beyond. Well, fine. You don't have to. I'm going to watch it. And other people will too. Come on. How dare you watch something DC that's not created? Right? I know. It's always got to be that. Like, no, as much as I want more Zack Snyder DC content, I just want more Zack Snyder content to begin with. But I think I can enjoy like some other people, other things that are not. How about Crisis? Being kind of shitty, right? Well, I haven't watched it, so I've only seen clips. So I can't really tell you. I think the AFTC will also be helped by people getting paid at the end of the month. That's true. That's very true. And then hopefully, I don't know how long the campaign's supposed to go. If it goes well into next year, then you got people, getting their tax returns, and maybe they'll help out. But I'm just saying, if Jason Momoa would actually, give it a push like he did the last T-shirt, which he might just be offline right now and just spending time with family. So if he catches wind of it, he might tweet it out, or not tweet it out, but put it on his Instagram. Then there'll be like a spike. So hopefully, see, people would watch Tim Burton, Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton. Why not? That'd be interesting. Are you a war movie kind of guy? Yeah. Okay, so what I'm hearing about 1917, I really want to see it. The trailer intrigued me, and I like war movies. I definitely do. But it's supposed to be all one shot, right? It's supposed to be like how Birdman was, where it just doesn't cut. I'm hearing that correct, right? Black Widow and WW84 will have a tough fight at the box office. Yeah. And according to Fandango and Atom movies, apparently they ran some polls and Wonder Woman is actually in first place. I think the reason why is because, you watch that Black Widow trailer. I saw it, before Star Wars and stuff. My brother hadn't seen it. And I just kind of looked at it and I went, she dies. We already know this. Seems cool, but it seems a little late. Yeah, just a little bit late. So I think people are kind of just like, But Wonder Woman, that trailer was fucking popping, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they imply. Yeah, see, they do. I know that. I saw the newspaper that showed Michael Keaton's Batman said he was going to wed Selena Kyle, and that was pretty cool. Hacksaw Ridge and Fury, yeah, fuck yeah. Hacksaw Ridge made me uncomfortable. I got anxiety. That last part, when he was just like hiding with all the bodies, and then, oh my God, I got anxiety. I just remember just sitting there, just like, yeah, it was that was a pretty intense movie. I gotta watch it again. And Fury, that's a really great movie, especially that one scene when they're at that table with the German girls. That was a pretty awkward moment, but Brad Pitt was a beast in that. Would you rather see? Oh, come on. Of course, I'd rather see the Snyder Cut or the Cinder Cut, as you've spelled it right there. As much as I want to see Trank's Fantastic Four, because I know there was a good movie in there somewhere. I just remember, even when I've seen, it's been on FX or something like that, and I've changed on them, I'm like, there's a good movie in there. But of course, I'd rather see the Snyder Cut. Ooh, that's difficult. Obviously, if they come out on the same weekend, I'm going to go fucking see both. Naturally, I will see both. But that's a difficult one because I love the Matrix trilogy. I know a lot of people are like they shit on the fucking the sequels, but I still love that entire trilogy. It's in probably my top 5 of favorite trilogies for sure. Man, and then I mean, I'll say it right here, guys. I'm hearing interesting and weird and good things about the script. Like I don't know, just from people that heard from people that are saying like this script is pretty phenomenal. That's why everybody's coming back because they read the script and said, "Holy shit." If I had to choose, though, I think I would choose The Matrix because I'm so intrigued. I'm so intrigued by how they're going to bring everybody back and everything. I mean, John Wick, as much as I love it, I'm probably not as intrigued as I would be for The Matrix, but Dave, I finally watched the end of Watch on Netflix. Holy shit. Yeah, End of Watch, that's an intense movie. That's a movie, too, where you just go, no! Throws you a curveball, man. I tell you what. You are correct. Saving Private Ryan is probably the best war movie right now. I mean, that opening scene where they storm the beach, it's just like, fucking A, man. That's the way it was. I remember watching that movie with my dad, and he was in the Army for over 30 years. And we went to go see that when it came out, when I was visiting him for a summer. And yeah, he cried. I looked over at him and he had a freaking tear rolling down his cheek at the end and everything. I mean, it's a sad ending, but yeah, I mean, it really struck him. But it's just when you watch that movie, you're like, that's how it was. That's how it fucking was. When you watch these war movies, you're like, fuck. Can you imagine doing that? It's almost certain death. What Marvel character would you see Zack Snyder do if he had? I would say Thor. Thor would be a good one for him because Thor, after Ragnarok, desperately needs something. And I think Snyder could do some justice to Thor and not make him a fucking, a clown act. Do you think we'll have something for SC? I don't know about that. I mean, I know a lot of people are thinking that because that's when Excalibur came out. And then, of course, people got to relax on that date, that April 2020 date. That was supposed to be when the Cyborg movie was going to come out. I think they removed it. I think they removed that date from the slate. So don't dwell on that date because anything's going to happen right there. So yeah. Why is the Snyder Cut so popular? What's the hope about? That it's going to get released. That we're going to see a much better version of Justice League. For sure. See? You know, Mr. Everts. How's it going, man? How you doing? Yeah, that's just it was difficult. John Wick or The Matrix, but I'm very intrigued by The Matrix. Seems like you guys are all about The Matrix too. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. That entire trilogy, it's good. Yeah, it's got its flaws, but why not? Does not have a new direction. They don't? I think they do. Yeah, I agree with Thor. It'd be, yeah. I think he'd do Thor justice. Or, yeah, there you go. Wolverine. I think he would do definitely a good Wolverine for sure. Thor 1 is incredible. Yeah. I mean, yeah, when you watch the Thor trilogy, you really end up appreciating that first Thor movie. Big time. Directed by what's his nuts? I can't think of his name right now. Who's also an actor. Man, I can't think of. Totally drawn a blank on his name. I know you guys are like gonna help me out here. You wish Ayer would make Black Ops. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with his next movie. I forgot. I remember they announced like what his next movie was going to be, and I remember he was actually attached to do like the Scarface. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, sir. A Snyder Thanos solo movie. That would be interesting. Wow, he could do a lot with Thanos for sure. He could. Do you think DC want to release the Snyder Cut? I do. I am. More confident than I've ever been about it. Ever since the 17th, ever since that week, shit just like totally took a 90-degree like turn around a corner. And it was just like, whoa, okay, here we go. It's time to push this thing. Tarantino's Star Trek? Yeah, I wish. Yes, there you go. I actually made a video about this. I thought Deny, or as I like to call him, Dennis, I thought he'd be perfect. I mean, a lot of people were like, oh, you're just doing that because of Blade Runner 2049. Well, yeah, of course I'm thinking that, but I just thought he'd be the perfect choice if he was going to direct a DC property. I'm like, Batman Beyond. He's already shown that he could show this kind of future and do something. He would do something amazing with that. I'm just saying, miniseries, Michael Keaton, Tim Burton, that'd be kind of cool because I don't think Villeneuve, I can never say his last name. I can never deny. I know as you say, Dennis. I just think he would do justice to a Batman Beyond. How do you think a Snyder MCU Blade would be like? Oh, that'd be pretty sweet. I mean, Snyder could take any of those characters and do something with it. It's just like what fits the best. I just thought Thor, Wolverine's probably like second, but Blade would be good too. Yeah, I heard about that. That's going to be interesting. I heard it's only going to be a cameo though. So, and maybe they're going to start teasing that they're going to start crossing over in that Sony universe. Hope he gets Speed 3. Yeah, I made that joke when I did my Keanu Reeves video about John Wick and Matrix. I'm like, where is that Speed 3? Where's Jack Traven? Let's get that guy back. What would they call it? Would they have like a subline? Because like Speed 2 had cruise control. That was so bad. Willem Dafoe. How do you have Willem Dafoe as a villain and still have a terrible fucking movie? Yeah. But that was a guilty pleasure when I was younger, I must say. That was a guilty pleasure. Speed 2 with Jason Patrick. Jesus. But I don't know what kind of what title would they have with that. Oh man, that's right. I meant to do a video about that. I should have did a video. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'm crossing my fingers and I'm thinking I'm hoping that they just let Reynolds do what he wants to do. And they really should have him and his team handle the marketing, because the way that he has handled the marketing for Six Underground and his aviation gin, it's just superior. It's phenomenal. So have him really handle that. I mean, they could really do something special with the whole crossover, with being owned by Disney now. There's a lot he could do there. I just hope that, Bob Iger can remove the stick out of his ass and let them actually do some R-rated content. Because if you're going to own so much of the film industry, you need to have some fucking R-rated content. I've been hearing little murmurs too about another Aliens movie, like actually having Ridley Scott finish what he wanted to do. I heard something about that. Who knows if that's going to happen? To basically finish off his Prometheus trilogy. So we'll see what happens. Zack Snyder should do Terminator. He doesn't need to do another. I wouldn't say he doesn't need to, but I would say that I think Snyder could do justice to a Terminator flick. Interactive TV, Jack. Wave of the future. Wait, what is that from? Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Well, I appreciate it, Mr. Arthur Morgan. Every little bit counts, man. Goes towards the pirate ship right here. So cheers, brother. Actually, it just goes to more alcohol. You're feeding my my terrible habits. What happened to New Gods film? Apparently, it's still in process. Ava and what's his nuts is still writing it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I still have my reservations about it, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Boop, boop. Alien Covenant was cliffhanger. That needs to be resolved. Exactly. And showed the end with what's his name? Showing all the little the eggs or whatever the fuck he had, the little test tube babies, whatever the fuck. Come on. Yeah, I know. I still want to see that too. Neil Blomkamp's like sequel to Aliens. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, that'd be interesting. Zack Snyder do a Star Wars film. Yeah. I think he would do something pretty Jedi heavy, Jedi and Sith heavy. I think he would really dive into the mythology of the Jedi and the Sith and the Force. I think he could really do something with that. That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, I know. Well, I know, but it's Ridley Scott's baby. Come on. Yeah, I know. I couldn't think of his name. Sorry. I almost said Scott Snyder. I'm like, that's not right. So where the hell are all the R-rated Fox movies going to be on? I think they'll still be out there. Okay, we get it. Stop it. Speed. Oh yeah, that's right. Jeez. It was Dennis Hopper says after the lady dies trying to get off the bus. Yeah, that's right. You're right. I knew I recognized the line and I was like, where is that from? Does Film Junkie dislike Rambo? Curious. Yeah, I haven't seen Last Blood yet. Maybe I'll put it on. Maybe I'll rent it after this and just have a good old time with that. No, I like the Rambo movies. Don't worry. I like the Rambo movies. They're good. Don't worry. I just haven't caught Last Blood yet. Maybe I will. I'll just rent it right after this. Dave, have you watched or plan to do a reaction to Obi-Wan Kenobi fan? I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know if I've seen it. Maybe I have. Did it just come out? I take it. Think Cyborg will ever get a movie? I mean, Flash finally got announced. Well, I don't. Right now, I don't think so. Because, guy with the bald cap kind of fucked it up. But I don't know. We'll see. It'd be kind of nice. It'd be pretty awesome if Cyborg were to make a pretty, not just a cameo, but an actual significant appearance in the Flash movie, as rumored one time. That'd be pretty sweet. And then people, gauge the reaction, from the audience, Warner Brothers. And then, yeah, he'll get his own movie. That's the way they could do it. Oh, he'd nail that Mortal Kombat movie. It'd be pretty awesome. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Cyborg was going to be, he was going to be in Rick Fual. I can never say his last name. But they should still put him in, if they want to gauge the reaction, put some Cyborg into the next movie. I don't know. Or we should buy all the Alien vs. Predator properties and integrate them into a Blade Runner universe, since Ridley Scott teased they were part of the same universe. Wouldn't that be a fucking... That should be one of Ridley Scott's last movies, like a big ass crossover. Blade Runner, Alien, Predator, and why not throw some fucking Terminator in there too? Why not? Although that might fuck up the plot because of computers taking over. Of course, Joss Whedon rewrote 95% of that. Yeah. Oh, did he? Yeah. Hey, credit where credit's due. I love Speed. Okay, you could, somebody get that clip. Somebody get that fucking drop right there. Film Junkie said he loves Speed. Yeah. Now, the movie Speed. I love that movie. And yes, Joss Whedon did punched up the dialogue and rewrote a lot of it. So, hey, whatever. Hey, what's up? Thank you, Kevin. Oh, dog hair. Snyder Cut should be released how many months before release? I don't know. It's all kind of up in the air right now. It's all just, I don't know. From what I've heard, just nothing. I mean, right now, you guys got to realize too, it's the holidays. A lot of these Warner Brothers higher up people, they're on vacation. They're either up in the mountains or somewhere tropical right now, probably. So I'd say after the new year, hopefully Snyder starts kicking more stuff in the gear where it gets people, keep the hype going. So, yes, Speed is a classic. Fuck yeah. It's a good old 90s action flick. Joss Whedon is actually talented, to be honest, but after Age of Ultron, see, that's the thing. I would say the first Avengers, he kind of
started going downhill. I think he peaked at the first Avengers movie. That's just it right there. Drop some knowledge from your source. Come on. Like I said, that's pretty much from the source. Is as far as I know, yeah, everything's just kind of relaxed right now, most likely because of holidays. Nothing more said, and yeah, I mean, Snyder's just doing what he does best. I mean, he's hyping it up, and like I said, they should just allow him to do the marketing for any of his movies now. I mean, look at what he's done for the Snyder Cut. Let him do that for Army of the Dead. Let him do that for anything else that he does. Let him handle the marketing. If they actually are going to release the Snyder Cut, they're going to actually do that, but maybe put it on HBO Max. Let him handle the marketing of it. I'm just saying, he's done a good job. Just recently, that both had a thing for each other. Yeah, I heard about that. They crushed on each other. Absolutely nothing came out of it. That's insane. Shoot your shot, fella. I know. I remember hearing that Sandra Bullock said she had like a big crush on Keanu Reeves on the set of Speed. But then they were in that movie, The Lake House, where they got to be, intimate, I guess. So maybe that fulfilled those old feelings. I think he could do it justice for sure. Have him do the Spider-Man and Venom movie. I think if you want the Snyder Cut, we need to bump up those merch sales Snyder puts up. Always a plus. Yeah, no. I mean, we've done a good job. I mean, it's at over 18,000 right now. And when you consider, 35, 37 bucks a t-shirt, 50 something bucks a hoodie. It's not too bad. He posted that, on Monday? Hasn't even been a week. And it's already at over 18,000, close to 19,000. So, ooh, that'd be interesting. I still remember watching that the Super Mario Brothers movie back in the 90s. God, that was so bad. That is a guilty pleasure watch if I've ever seen one. Holy shit. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Yeah. He pretty much is now. Haven't watched it yet. That's going to be every Saturday I wake up and I catch up on all that shit. So I'll be watching that tomorrow. I heard everybody keeps on saying it's the best episode of the whole season. So I'm looking forward to it. And it's the one that's directed by Taika Waititi. So that's good. I mean, hey, I'll give Taika credit for making some beautiful visuals in Thor Ragnarok. It's just a lot of the other things, it just fucking made my butthole do that. Ugh. Anyways, is Snyder negotiating in public or is this approved by Warner Brothers? Yeah, that's the fucking $1 million question right there, because I thought about that too. I'm like, okay, they allowed him to release that new shirt with all 8 of the superhero symbols on it. So I thought, okay, there's no way that Warner Brothers would not allow him to do that. But then again, we had the shirt, earlier this year, the shirt with all the code shit on it that had all the logos on it too. And it made me wonder, I'm like, how is it possible that they allowed him to do that? But then you have this one that actually literally that says Zack Snyder's Justice League on it. So with this new shirt, I was like, okay, he for sure put a brand on it. He changed it. I mean, it's not going to be, when it comes out, I don't think it's going to be called the Snyder Cut. It's going to be called Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't know. It just seemed like he was like, okay, it's time to put an actual brand on it. And it looks like he did with this shirt. And obviously, like, Warner Brothers would be like, okay, this is for a good cause. Obviously, with everything that happened, especially with his daughter, they allowed him to do that. And he still is the director. He's the credited director of that movie. And I'm wondering if that was some, with whatever was on his contract, maybe stipulated that he could do something like that. I don't know. It's all crazy stuff. I don't know the logistics of it all. So
But I'm just thinking that the fact that he put a brand on it with all the logos just sounds to me like things are going well behind the scenes. I don't know. Oh, there you go. Spider-Man 2099 for Snyder. There you go. The real winner from the Mandalorian Dave is no doubt Deborah Chow. She is going to be one to watch. Yeah, didn't she do the last? I think she did the one, chapter 7, which was a really good episode. I mean, they're all been really good episodes. What happened to James Cameron, Dave? He's got the Avatar movies coming out. Hopefully it pays off. This is going to be, I'm worried. I'm fucking worried. I mean, what I've heard is that he's going to bring 3D technology to the next level, to where it's like glasses free 3D, which is good, especially for somebody like me who has glasses. And if I see a 3D movie, I got to put glasses on top of glasses. So I don't know. I think he's going to have to create some kind of movie experience like he did with the first Avatar in order to sell the sequels, because it's been so fucking long. I mean, that I was never big on 3D movies, but that movie in 3D IMAX was fucking spectacular. Spectacular. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Well, we're about to get a zombie movie with Zack Snyder, so I guess that's good. Oh, man, you missed some crucial shit, man. I just gave some insight on what's going on behind the scenes with everything. No, you didn't miss much. Yeah, it's going to have to be some kind of 4D thing. I'm sure there's going to be, I don't know. He's going to create, I think he's just going to create some kind of experience. Avatar 2 going to be great. Cameron going to pull something from his bag of tricks. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, if you think about it, just think about James Cameron throughout the years. The guy he's just been a pioneer throughout, with The Abyss, with Terminator 2, even with Aliens and Titanic, and then with Avatar. He's done so much he's just a pioneer when it comes to cinema. He creates a cinematic experience that you've never seen before. Yeah, it makes my eyes hurt too, but not his. But Avatar did not. That's what was weird, is Avatar did not make my eyes hurt. Watch the glasses free tech be horribly wrong and fuck everybody's eyes. Yeah, that's what his whole thing was. And then he takes over the world. Cameron should be yeah. Oh, yeah. He'd probably do a damn good job with Star Wars for sure. James Cameron, better pinch my nipples. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. Something's going to happen where it's just like something happens. Okay, somebody's going to get that little screenshot. Do you think Terminator 3 was bad? Are you talking about Rise of Machines? Or are you talking about the latest Terminator that's technically Terminator 3? Because Rise of Machines is pretty bad. Nick Stahl, who played John Connor, was big time out of place. I don't know why they cast him. He represented nothing like Edward Furlong. But if you talk about Dark Fate, not as bad. Had a lot of good moments, but it's just, just felt like it was missing something and was the same old fucking story. Same story of, well, we got a new person that's now going to be the leader of the resistance. These machines got to go back and kill her, and somebody's got to protect her. And that was it. It's the same fucking story. Dave, people don't talk about technology revolution. Yeah, I know. If it wasn't for it's funny because James Cameron pioneered his own fucking shit. If it wasn't for The Abyss, we wouldn't have gotten Terminator 2. Because the technology, the liquid technology, the CGI, paved the way for Terminator 2. And if you guys didn't know this, he actually wanted the T-1000 Terminator in the first Terminator. But in 1983, 84, of course, they weren't even close to that technology. So he worked and then did The Abyss, and that fucking liquid technology paved the way for Terminator 2. He paved his own way, which is awesome. Zack Snyder should do a Predator movie. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He should do the actual. Oh. All right. You just gave me a half chub right there. I'm at like 42% right now. Because both Alien vs. Predator movies can kiss my ass. They fucking suck. Especially the first one. It was PG-13. Still remember
I still remember I was so excited for Alien vs. Predator when it was coming out. And I don't know when it was, back in 2003, 4, whatever. And I was working at Sizzler at the time, or was it KFC? I can't remember. One of those restaurants. And I remember I had to work the night shift. So I was at home and I was like, all right, I'm going to take a nap. And all the Alien vs. Predator TV spots said not rated, not rated. And I kept thinking, come on, it's going to be rated R. It's Alien vs. Predator. Come on. And I remember lying back to take a nap, reclined, and I was probably like half asleep. And I hear an Alien vs. Predator TV spot on the TV. And then it goes, rated PG-13. And I literally went, what? I fucking shot up. I just was like, what the I could not believe it. Ruined my nap. Killed my nap, guys. When I heard that Alien vs. Predator was PG-13, Jesus Christ. Killed it for me. And then when I ended up seeing it, I actually saw Alien vs. Predator the first time. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we went to the drive-in. We used to always go to the drive-in, and it was the second movie. That's when I first watched it, because I didn't care to see it. After I heard it was PG-13 and I saw I was like, I just didn't care to see it. I was that disappointed. And I saw it at the drive-in, and it was the second movie. You know, you always go for the first movie and maybe stay for the second. We stayed for the second. She was tired and was passed out in the passenger seat, and she kept waking up to me laughing almost hysterically at Alien vs. Predator because how bad it was. All right. Sorry, guys. I just went off on a little tangent. Just had to tell that little story about Alien vs. Predator. It had some good moments, but, you know, Paul W.S. Anderson oh, man, that guy. That guy peaked with Mortal Kombat. Yes. My poor nap. Ugh. Birds of Prey is going to be insane. Bloody greatness. I can't wait to see my psycho wife Harley back in action. Yeah, she's going to be really psycho in that. Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, they bumped heads big time. Remember how refreshing it was when we heard that they were teaming up, and we saw that video where they were complimenting each other, and we're like, oh man, it's in good hands now. We got James Cameron back big time. Tim Miller, fuck yeah. And then we see what came out of that, and then we hear that they bumped heads like the entire time, and it just kind of made sense. Local drive-in where I live at might be. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, drive-ins are just slowly starting to die out. They can't compete with the fucking luxury theaters that serve food, booze, and you have reclined seats. I'm telling you what, man, we just every year we get closer to that Wall-E world. We're all just going to be fat, sitting in chairs, looking at screens. As I sit in a chair, looking at a screen. See? Already almost there. Dave, getting all handsy in the car with the drive-in, bro. Did you hit? Well, of course. That's why you go to a drive-in. It's like, okay, the first movie, you go to see the first movie. Second movie, let's steam up the windows a little bit. That's why you go to a drive-in. Come on. Absolutely. Journey, Smollett. My God. Yeah, that last little at the Game Awards TV trailer thing, whatever the hell. Yeah, they showed a lot more Black Canary, and my God, that is a beautiful woman. Told everyone Zach would rebrand Justice League. Yeah, they did, and it was crazy. I'm telling you, Zach is. Oh yeah, he definitely is, man. He branded that shit. Imagine James Cameron's Spider-Man. Didn't he pitch a Spider-Man movie? That I heard that he did pitch a Spider-Man movie at one point. Yeah. Ooh, sorry guys, burp. Any opinion on Rise of Skywalker? Well, I posted my review. It's on the channel. I'm going to do my spoiler review this weekend, so look forward to that. I enjoyed it, but I have gripes about it. Like I said, it was like they try to cram all this Star Wars into this ball that was 2.5 hours, and it should have been like 4. How you doing? I heard they sucked. No Batman. No Batman game announced. Everybody was hoping for that. Back in the 90s with Leo. Yeah, exactly. Cameron wanted to do something. Can you imagine if that happened? I don't know. Would have been interesting. So which movies you looking forward to in 2020? Well, Tenet for sure. Tenet is really intriguing me. That trailer I just want to know what the fuck. I want to know what is going on with that. And I did, guys. I did watch the prologue that was in front of Star Wars IMAX. I watched the 6-minute prologue of Tenet, and it's just Christopher Nolan at his best, man. Christopher Nolan at his best. So good. Yeah, with no web shooters, has something Cameron was going to implement in his movies. Really? That's interesting. Nice thought, Infinity. The Warner Brothers tag would be dead sexy. What do you think of Rise of Skywalker and end of game compared? Now it's never fair. I didn't like the fucking BVS and Endgame comparisons. Everybody likes to do that, depending on what fandom you're a part of. Everybody likes to like do the comparisons and stuff like that. And then you like, when you look at it outside, when you're not like trying to subscribe to any fandom or fan base, you go, no, it's not the fucking same. It's just, I don't know. Everything you can, with everything, you could compare everything to anything because there's only a handful of fucking kind of plots you could do with movies. So anything can be compared. I remember when they were comparing Captain Marvel and they were ripping off Man of Steel. Then I was like, because of the shot of like the shot where you're doing a standoff and the closing of the fist before the two people are going to stand off. People were like, oh yeah, look at that. Captain Marvel ripped that off of Man of Steel. And I'm like, well, then Man of Steel ripped it off the Matrix because they did that same shot. I don't know. You could compare anything to everything if you really want to nitpick. That's my opinion on it. Recently checked out The Lighthouse. Moral of the story, never insult. Yeah, exactly. Don't insult that because that's when he goes off. That movie is fantastic, by the way. If you guys haven't seen it, go see it. You could actually rent it now. It's good shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do my video of my top 10 anticipated films for next year, and I'm thinking Tenet is either gonna be number 1 or it's gonna be in the top 3 for sure. I gotta look at everything and be like, okay, make sure. I gotta look at everything that's coming out next year, but I'm so intrigued by it, especially with with time travel kind of stuff, time and reversing and everything. Like I said, guys, I did a short film where I did a little time travel thing myself that had nothing to do with a time machine, but like your butterfly effect kind of shit. I watched it, so many times. Yeah, I watch it too, and it's just like, what is going on here? Prologue before Star Wars was insane, but I got serious. Yes. Yeah, it was kind of quick because people were wearing masks, but it did have like it was very much like how the Dark Knight Rises prologue was. It's very intense. It's a very intense sequence, and it's just so fuck yeah, weird in the best way possible. Yeah, some say that about me. The fist shot was literally, in every Western. Exactly. But I just remember people were like doing that. And I'm like, yeah, well, The Matrix did it. And then, you can literally put that in every Western had that shot, the standoff shot where you see both hands and you're about to like grab the gun. I will be doing my top 10. Yeah, I'll be doing a top 10 best. I'm not going to do a worst. I don't feel like doing a worst this year. Yeah, he is. I mean, I liked him in Black Klansman. I didn't like the movie as much as everybody else did. Black Klansman was just a couple things that just didn't rub me the right way. I mean, first off, Washington and Adam Driver don't sound anything alike. So it was hard for me to like accept the fact that they were actually being fooled by that whole thing where Washington was talking to him on the phone and Adam Driver was supposed to be the same guy in person. It just was, I don't know. It just kind of threw me off because I didn't feel like they sounded alike, but it was still a good movie. No, I haven't. I was going to go see it last night, but I just had so much to do and I was tired. Being Christmas Day beforehand,
and it was a long day, and I didn't get enough sleep. So I'm actually going to try to catch it this weekend. Beach Bum, is that the one with McConaughey? I'm guessing. Dave, do you ever zone out and then realize you zoned out, then realize you're too lazy to zone back? I've had moments like that. Yes, I have. Yeah, he's going to be the next breakout star. I think after Tenet comes out, yeah, he's going to be the big breakout star. They're really not focusing on Pattinson and Tenet marketing at all. And that's fine. That's fine. They focused on the main character of that movie. That's perfectly fine. I'm glad that they didn't. If John Washington is going to be the main character, focus on the main character. Nothing wrong with that, man. Found yet another former BBS hater that now supports release Snyder Cut again. He only saw the film once in theaters because Warner Brothers announced a real 3-hour cut would be out again. Proves BBS aging well. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at what John Schnepp said. May he rest in peace. After he saw the Ultimate Edition, he had pretty much a 180 flip. And yeah, BBS is Man of Steel and BBS are pretty much cult classics. I think Man of Steel definitely is, because so many people go, that's a great Superman movie. And then BBS is just becoming that cult classic. People are going back to it, watching the Ultimate Edition and going, holy shit, this is different. This is not what they're doing over at Marvel. What they're doing at Marvel, yeah, that's fine. But look at what Snyder was trying to do here. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, that'd be interesting to see Will Smith. I could see that. I mean, Will Smith, I know Will Smith's a lot of roles, but I mean, when he plays serious, he could play fucking serious. How many Dark Side Family? Well, I think just 2, right? Just Step and him. I don't think anybody else does. As much as Snyder was teasing the Holy Grail, and Grail being the name of his daughter, she's not in the movie. I double checked on that because I thought maybe he was hinting at Darkseid's daughter with the whole Grail stuff, Holy Grail. Now he was just doing Excalibur. I was wrong on that one. Dave, you messed with my sanity when you posted the video with Pattinson and Washington as Hal. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that would have been interesting, but definitely not going to. I wouldn't be surprised if they end, whenever this fucking Green Lantern Corps movie comes out, John Washington is going to be he's going to be up there. I did a small same size collider. Yeah, conclusion, theatricals. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of people like that. Hey, there's Mr. Steven. Oh, yeah. iRobot. iRobot is a fantastic movie. Something about Will Smith, man. I mean, iRobot could have been a movie that Christopher Nolan could have done, I guess. I don't know. It's got that cinematic quality, and I know What's His Nuts did it, and I don't know. It's not to be overlooked. Yes, it does get overlooked, but iRobot, do not sleep on iRobot. If you haven't seen iRobot, do yourself a favor, go watch iRobot. How many times am I going to say iRobot? A lot. iRobot, not the fucking vacuum cleaner. You're a celebrity, Steven. Everybody loves you. Will Smith was the original choice for Inception. Was he? I know he was the original choice for The Matrix to play Neo, which would have been fucking weird. Gemini Man was actually good. It was good. Okay. There was a lot of good in there, but somebody needed the script needed to have a rewrite. Somebody needed to go in there and punch up the script. Sadly. But the action sequences and the CGI, not at the end. The end, the CGI looked like fucking horse shit. But just the lighting was so off. But somebody just needed to punch up that script. Remember when Will Smith turned down the role? Yeah, exactly. Hey, it wasn't meant to be. Can you imagine the role of Neo going to anybody else but Keanu Reeves at this point? I can't. What's up, Michele? Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, this is not a vodka stream today. It's a whiskey stream. I know, what happened to her? She's so hot. She was like big there for a while. She was in the movie with Al Pacino and Colin Farrell, The Recruit. Anybody see The Recruit? That's like a cool little early 2000s movie. I think it was early 2000s. Maybe it was later 2000s. It was like mid 2000s. This is when Colin Farrell was like on his way up. It's a good movie though. Al Pacino and everything. R-rated Nintendo universe. That'd be interesting. The rumors of Michael B. Jordan could play a version of Superman are floating around again. Personally, I would love to see him play. Yeah, exactly. He wouldn't play like Clark Kent. He would play the actual Black Superman that's in the books. It'd be legit, which is totally fine. Do it. Will Smith and Val Kilmer also. What are you talking about? You're saying the same thing you were saying last week. Oh, you guys having a conversation? Yes, he does. Hand in the cookie jar. Yeah, I just remember his monologue at the end when he finally gets busted of what he was doing. That, oh, you caught me. Hand in the cookie jar. That's my terrible Al Pacino impression, but yeah, he does go a little insane. You're agile. Val Zod. I like it. When do you think we'll see the next Pokemon verse movie? I don't know. I'm surprised they haven't tried to announce that yet. Maybe they're going to wait and see how the Sonic movie does. I don't know. Because it didn't do as good of numbers I think they wanted it to. So I don't know. Even said he didn't want to play. Yeah, exactly. So they won't do it. It won't be like, it's not like they're going to change the whole character of Clark Kent. Zack Snyder direct. Ooh, Grand Theft Auto movie. I thought it was great. I mean, it was Al Pacino playing Jimmy Hoffa, but I mean, he had some good scenes in those movies. In that movie, the whiskey's kicking in, guys. But I thought he was good. It should receive award recognition for sure. Edge of Tomorrow is a decent movie, but Bill Paxton again, man, he's so like, yeah, now. May he rest in peace, man. We lost a fucking awesome dude right there. Game over, man. Game over. Hudson. I think that was my favorite role of Bill Paxton. Was Hudson in Aliens. I mean, he always just showed up in movies, and you're just like, I'm gonna like it. Gonna like it because Bill Paxton. Just gonna like him mainly. I don't. Right now, I'm drinking High West that I got for Christmas. Yes, Al Pacino did play the devil in Devil's Advocate, and that's also a movie that kind of gets overlooked with Keanu Reeves and a fresh face Charlize Theron that does full frontal. She does full. Yeah. That's a good movie. That's a really good movie, to be honest. I haven't heard anything that you guys haven't heard about Black Adam. Yes. That's also a good one. It's up there with Pullman's Independence speech. Yeah, Independence Day speech. Man, I haven't seen any given Sunday in a long time. I'm gonna watch that movie again. I know. When was the last good football movie? I would say The Replacements. Seemed like the late '90s and early 2000s was like that's when a lot of the football movies came out. I remember Varsity Blues came out, football movie. Then you had Any Given Sunday. Then you had The Replacements. And that was pretty much it. When was the last good football movie? Was it The Replacements? Because that was a good movie. Any Given Sunday was nuts because it was Oliver Stone, of course. But yeah, I'm trying to think, what was the last good football movie? Yeah, he was great as Hudson. Does anyone know what was supposed to have happened with Doomsday's remains after the Battle of BVS? They probably dissected the shit out of it. Yeah, why not? Also in the movie? What are you talking about? Is Sigourney Weaver going to appear in the... Yeah, apparently she is.
That's what I heard. I heard Sigourney Weaver is actually going to show up. And that woman has aged gracefully. My God. Yeah. I would say The Replacements was the last good football movie. And that, when did that come out? That came out in like the mid 2000s too, man. Then there needs to be another good football movie. There needs to be another good baseball movie too, man. Good night, man. Thanks for joining. Yeah. That's right. Invincible. That came out after. That was a good movie. Okay. There you go. I was just trying to think. Well, that came out in the mid 2000s too, or the late 2000s. But it's like the 2010s was all just dominated by fucking the CBMs, man. I mean, why not? It's good to see Linda Hamilton kicking ass again. If you enjoyed the first two, why not? Hey, Boy Toy. Oh, I haven't seen it yet, so no spoilers. Don't say anything. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it tomorrow when I wake up. Cheers, man. Thanks for the donation. I like it. Obviously, if you compare him to the actual character, it's kind of off, but Constantine is still a good movie. I still enjoy that movie. And yeah, I have no problems with it. I love the fucking I love the scene where he first goes, he transports to hell, and he's in that fucking region, and he reaches for the thing with the water stuff and the slow motion and everything. It's good shit. But I mean, it's hard not to like Keanu Reeves in anything. That's the thing. It's hard not to. You think Pacino from Devil Without an Impression? Do you do it? I can't really do Pacino. Dave, will they make another JL film? Eventually. They're going to have to do it. Yeah, I can't really do a Pacino. I'm trying to. I can't. I can't do a Pacino. Yeah. Ooh-ah. Draft day. Oh, yeah. Okay. Somebody said it. Boom. Right there. Okay, I knew. I was like, I had to be something. But there hasn't been anything in the 2010s. Wasn't that also in the late 2000s? Well, maybe Draft Day was in the 2010s. That was a good movie. But that was mainly more about the inner workings of football. I'm talking about a legit football movie. But you're right. The Longest Yard remake was actually a good fucking remake. I mean, the original Longest Yard is good, but the Longest Yard remake with Adam Sandler, it's actually pretty fucking good. That was actually on not too long ago, and I rewatched it. It's a good fucking movie. So there you go. See, I knew you guys would come through. Draft Day, yeah. Yeah. Football adjacent. There you go. So it's not exactly about the game. It's about the inner workings of a game, which was a good movie. Kevin Costner. Go watch it. Good shit. I mean, I like what, Matt Ryan? Is that what his name is? I like him as Constantine. I watched the original show that was on NBC, and he was a good fucking Constantine. Perfect. Almost. He fit the character. So, but they should have a multiverse and have both Constantines in the movie. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I know. Charlize should reenact the end of Alien, where Ripley was wearing that tank top with the low-rise panties. Let her do a photo shoot like that. I'll be all down for it. I'm talking about, end of Alien, where she was wearing that. I think that made me a man. All the right moves. I don't know did I see that? That was with Tom Cruise, right? That was 80s. Dave, what do you think about the Knights of Old Republic possibly being the next Star Wars film? I think that'd be pretty sweet. They should make it that. Me and my brother were actually talking about that. He was hoping that would be, and I know that they talked about that being some sort of Star Wars film. So hopefully, they do something like that. Get something really old. I should? Yes, I actually do. I listened to his podcast today, actually. I was catching up. When I was at work, I was catching up on his podcast. So, yeah, I do. I love Bill Burr. Who doesn't love fucking Bill Burr? Yeah. I love it when he like laughs at his own jokes. The Blind Side is technically a football movie too. Yeah, and Blind Side was good. I get it was all right. You know, I wasn't all gaga over it like a lot of people were. I'm talking about a full on like let's do a fucking just football movie. I mean, I think the last one like that, I mean, Invincible and Longest Yard were like the ones where you actually saw some people get fucked up, like full on football movie. But I mean, all these movies were like in the 2000s, not in the 2010s, and here we are, 2019, about to go to 2020. Needs to be a new football movie and a new baseball movie. Well, okay, so here you go, guys. What was the last good baseball movie? For Love of the Game, Kevin Costner. That was a good flick. I mean, it's been a while since there's been like a really good fucking baseball movie. I mean, I could name off really great baseball movies. I mean, Major League is top notch. The Sandlot, of course. You got Little Big League. That's a good fucking baseball movie. But for Love of the Game, I mean, that's good. And then you can go even further with further back with Kevin Costner. You got Bull Durham. I don't know. 42. Yeah. 42 was actually a good movie that got just slipped past everybody. Gridiron Gang. That was another little football movie. Little Giants. Fucking A. I think we talked about that. Ooh, Moneyball. There you go. There you go. That was probably the last really good baseball movie. That was a really good movie. Pitt was a fucking beast. Pitt's always a fucking beast. He's so damn likable. Yeah, no, I heard about that. Tom Cruise was the original choice for Osmani. Yeah. Tom Cruise was also the original choice of Tarantino wanted him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood to play Pitt's character. Rookie of the Year. Yep. Another great baseball flick. Field of Dreams. Yeah. No. Hey, Brian, Mr. Colley, if I'm saying your name right. Now I get it. If you build it, they will come. I mean, that, seeing at the end, hey, Dad, you want to have a catch? Heartwarming. It's a good flick. And little fun fact, guys, that field, apparently they made a baseball field out of a cornfield over there, and they're actually going to have a couple of Major League Baseball games played there next year. I think the Yankees and the Red Sox or the White Sox are going to play a game at that field next year, which is pretty good shit. Blindside. Trouble with the Curve. Oh, was that Clint Eastwood movie? Wasn't that a Clint Eastwood movie with like Justin Timberlake or some shit? I didn't even see that movie. How are you fitting in The Last Boy Scout? That's a football movie? The Last Boy Scout's a football movie? You talking about that with Bruce Willis and Damon Wayans? What about The Fan? Anybody watch The Fan? With Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro was a crazed fan of Wesley Snipes. It's the most unrealistic fucking baseball movie because the very end, like they're playing in like this pouring rain, and if anybody knows that baseball is never played in pouring rain like that. Yeah. See, there you go, Steven. Yeah, apparently they're going to have at least one game that's going to be played there by the Yankees and the White Sox. Of course, it's the White Sox because that's what the team. Yeah. Everybody's. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if more games get played there. That's going to be interesting. You should go, Steven. I'm sure the freaking tickets are expensive as shit. I don't want Warner Brothers to rehire Zack Snyder for blah, 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 shit. Yeah, I don't want him to go through all that again. He's better. Yeah, I mean, I get that, but I mean, I'd be down for it if they were going to give him his way and they just forked over a bunch of money. Like, sorry. Fuck yeah, go Giants. Because Wesley Snipes was on the Giants. Which sucks because the Giants got rid of Bumgarner. Mighty Ducks. Well, that was a hockey movie. But a good hockey movie. Hell, I even like the sequels. The sequels are good. Yes, that was a good movie too. John Goodman as the Babe in the Babe Ruth movie. I'm surprised they've not tried to make another movie. Did anybody see 61, the miniseries about Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris? That was a good series with Barry Pepper and Thomas. What's his nuts? Thomas, guy who played the original Punisher. God damn it, I'm like totally blanking on his last name. Thomas Jane. There you go. Yeah, The Babe. There you go. That's a good fucking movie. Hardball. Keanu Reeves. Oh, that's right. Michael B. Jordan was in that movie. He was one of the kids. And remember when they remade Bad News Bears, which was essentially Billy Bob Thornton's Bad Santa character playing the coach? Fuck yeah, man. That was good. Billy Crystal. That was, yeah. Yeah. 61 was great. 61 was a fantastic little series. Oh yeah, Antonio Brown. Didn't he? I heard that he was working out with the Saints in New Orleans today. And they're kind of looking at him. That could be interesting. It's just David Pena, Pena. Just look for David Pena, and you'll see me like this. You know, rocking one of my T-shirts. If you guys want to buy one of my T-shirts, I'm rocking the Metalhead T-shirt. Funny to hear how the director got. Really, I didn't know about that. That's funny. That's right. The original, yeah, you're right. The original Bad News Bears with Walter Matthau had a young Jackie Earle Haley. That movie was, that movie could not be released nowadays. They drop N-bombs in that shit. Ooh. And it was like a PG movie. Talk about change of times. Woo. I don't have any gaming system right now. I've resisted. I used to live with somebody that had a gaming system, and it used to take too much of my time. I just feel like it's going to take too much time. $1,200, you son of a bitch! I won 100, dude. I take a zero off. That's what I won, but it was a family league with like 8 people, $20 a pop or something like that. Yeah, I won my fantasy league too, but I only won $120. Shit. Damn, $1,200, man. That's awesome. Have you ever seen Mr. Woodcock with Billy Bob, Dave? Yeah, and Sean William Scott, right? I didn't see that movie, but I remember seeing the previews to that movie. So, yeah. Charlize, full frontal dev. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she kicked ass in Atomic Blonde. But, yeah, she goes full frontal in Devil's Advocate. She literally, yeah. Sandlot, yeah, that's top 5 baseball movies. I wore out. I remember when that movie came out, I had the VHS in the Disney fucking, book plastic cover thing. I fucking probably wore out that tape that summer when it came out. I fucking love that movie. Keanu Reeves was the original choice for Dr. Manhattan. Was he really? That would have been interesting. Damn, man. Good for you. Let me ask, did you have Lamar Jackson? Did you have Lamar Jackson as your quarterback? Who was your quarterback, Infinity? I want to say that you had Lamar Jackson. Because anybody who had Lamar Jackson was almost guaranteed to win. Because my final, I played my cousin who had Lamar Jackson. And of course, Lamar Jackson did well, but all the rest of his players shit the bed. And I won by like 6 points. Barely won that game. Oh, man. Man, well, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Well, cheers, dude. I hope your mom feels better. You don't have to express any, say exactly why she's in the hospital, but I hope everything's okay, man. Angels in the outfield with a young Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I was tempted. To go see that movie just for the fucking shits and giggles, but I feel like I should be high as fuck if I'm going to watch that movie. Watch Home Alone 2 on Christmas Eve. Marvel never would have survived those bricks. Marv. It says Marvel. Marv. Yeah, no. They wouldn't have survived any of that. Kevin McAllister would have been fucking locked up in like a fucking mental institution. How is he picking the comments? I'm just clicking whatever, dude. Yeah, straight up action film. Oof. Now you're just trying to give me a boner. I beat the guy with McCaffrey and the guy with Lamar. Nice. Yeah, it seemed like anybody that had Lamar Jackson was going to be in the playoffs in fantasy because that guy's superhuman almost. I know. I thought I didn't stand a chance. I was like, oh, I'll get second place at least. But luckily, like the rest of his players didn't really show up. And I had Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas. Is that what his name is? Yeah. Saints receiver. Michael Thomas. Is it Michael? I know it's Thomas, but I couldn't remember. I had him as my wide receiver, and he's the one that fucking drove it for me. So it was all good. You want Dark Seed CGI look? What? Well, yeah. Yeah. 49ers and Seahawks, who wins the NFL West? I know, it's going to be interesting. What's funny is my brother and nephew are actually up in Washington right now, and they are going to go see that game this Sunday because my nephew is a Seahawks fan and my brother is a Niners fan, so they decided to go up there. It's going to be an interesting game because, well, I mean, look at that other game that they played. That was like a battle to the very end. That was a fucking good game. The only thing is, it's going to be raining, apparently. Seattle, shocker, it's going to be raining. So that might be a little bit difficult. Yeah, but luckily in my fantasy league, I had Prescott as my quarterback and Elliott as my running back. And luckily, they did a good job. So, Tom Cruise, yeah, apparently Tarantino won and Tom Cruise was Cliff Booth. It kind of makes sense. Tom Cruise, he does his own stunts, right? Now, I don't watch wrestling. I'm not really into that stuff. Yeah, sorry. Keep going. Oh, yeah, he's back. That's right. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think the Seahawks maybe pull it out. I don't know. They might pull it off. It's going to be a really good game though. I'm looking forward to that game. Live action of the original Transformers movie from the 80s. Yeah, they should try to do just update something like that. Really? Matthew Good was terrible? I don't know what you're smoking, dude. He was great. What are you talking about? Yeah. I know. I thought Amanda might have showed up here, but I guess she was busy tonight. I think she has her kid tonight. So George Lucas must feel so conflicted and weird for being shamed about the prequels and now being praised for them. But I know. Isn't that weird? Now a lot of people are like, oh, the prequels were good. I'm like, no, they weren't. I mean, they're not. I never thought that they were that as bad as people claim them to be. I mean, Attack of the Clones is very difficult to watch. Phantom Menace, also pretty difficult to watch, but Revenge of the Sith is actually pretty damn good. I don't know. Concussion, there you go. That was a football movie, but that was more about the inner workings of certain things. It was actually a good movie, but that it didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere, and I think it was because the NFL didn't want it to go anywhere, to be honest. Yeah. Fucking A. Everybody was praising Bumblebee last year, and I went, this movie's not that good. It's fucking clear. It's E.T. with Transformers. And yeah, Haley Steinfeld, she's cute and adorable, and yeah, sure, fine, but it was so cliche, and I didn't think it was that great, but everybody was praising the shit out of the Bumblebee, and I'm like, the first Transformers is light years better than this fucking movie, but everybody, yeah. I was one of the people that did not like the Bumblebee movie that much. And yeah, but people were praising the absolute shit out of it. My God. Man, you guys are just going to get me ranting here. I love how in the week 17 Saints, Packers, all have played their guys because they are fighting for first. Yeah. But Drew Brees, man, that motherfucker. You know what? I don't have a football team. I want the Saints to win because I just love Drew Brees. I mean, when he had that game where he got the record for most TD passes, and then he just blew through another record of having like the highest completion percentage, that game was fucking. I'm just saying it right now. I think Drew Brees is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. Just the way that he looks, man. For those guys being fucking in their 40s, I think Drew Brees, I mean, yeah, Tom Brady just has a way to just get out of tough situations, but Drew Brees, man, that guy is on a different level. Just the way that he moves. Like, anytime I see Tom Brady, like, rush, I'm like, oh my God, he's going to fucking die. He just looks so rickety. Like, oh my God, his knee is going to fucking give out. When I see Drew Brees move, I'm like, this guy's fucking tough, man. He's a machine. Sorry. I mean, they're not terrible. There's a lot of good moments, but, you know, the dialogue is fucking terrible. Dialogue is horrible. Sucks Breeze didn't make the NFL. He didn't? He should. Yeah, I mean, seriously. Bumblebee was nothing special. It was really nothing special. I didn't get why everybody was like praising the shit out of it. I'm like, the first Transformers was so much better than that movie. Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely correct about that. And he's got like, you know, 3 kids. I mean, the guy's just living the fucking American dream. He's Captain America? I mean, I guess. Actually, Michael Bay in general does. What, he's just better? Because, yeah. All right, good night, man. I know I'm probably going to wrap it up here soon. Down to a little bit. Elway and some other older way back players. Oh, is that what happened? Okay. I'm imagining the ending of Once Upon a Time. Yeah, see? Yeah, it's kind of hard now because Cruz is Pitt is so great in that role. But I think Cruz could have done something with it too. It would have been interesting. Does anyone know what was Bruce doing when Diana, Arthur, Barry, and when they were I don't know. Probably tinkering. He's probably tinkering in the Batcave or tinkering around in that warehouse. I don't know. That's interesting. Or he was Batman somewhere. He was somewhere being Batman, trying to get answers. I mean, remember that shot when he was like holding that guy against the wall? I don't know. Nah, maybe not that. I don't know. Because he was wearing like the older suit. I don't know. It's a good question. I guess he was tinkering. I don't know. The sequels make you appreciate the prequels more and at the same time make it clear that nothing will top the original trilogy. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that. Didn't Tarantino want Cruise for his Iron Man? He probably. I think eventually we're going to get a Quentin Tarantino, Tom Cruise movie, hopefully. Maybe, I don't know. Put the Batman mask on. Yeah, one of these days I will. Is Carlos Wentz a system QB? When you see the phrase system QB, who do you automatically think of? What's funny is Carson Wentz. Did I say Carlos? Carson Wentz. He was my backup QB in fantasy, and I should have put him in last week, but luckily. Yeah, well, yeah, it's kind of weird too. I mean, my guess is he's either tinkering, and maybe he was like, maybe I shouldn't show up. I don't know. Well, hopefully we'll find out soon. Yeah, or he was, you know, doing his Bruce Wayne thing. Is the opening Batman scene going to be difficult? No. Well, I mean, it wasn't a terrible scene. It's still pretty Batman-ish, but yeah. Haven't spoken to him in a long time. Probably the last time I spoke to him was the last time he was on the vodka stream. Prequels has my least favorite Star Wars movie. An overall storyline of Fallen Anakin, yeah, Rise, yeah. I think it still has when it comes to lightsaber battles, it has the better lightsaber battles. I mean, the fucking Darth Maul and Obi-Wan battle is still top notch.
But then you got the Obi-Wan and Anakin lightsaber battle. I mean, that thing, even though it gets a little too much like a dance, it's still pretty fucking badass. I mean, that's just a badass scene. I mean, the lightsaber scene that still can't be topped. Well, I mean, why not? Those two are great together, and everybody loves Ryan Reynolds, right? Bum, 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 bum. He says Alfred right in front of that criminal. Huh? Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. He says Alfred. He's like Alfred when he's on the rooftop with that dude. That was, yeah, it is pretty funny. He shouldn't, yeah, that's not very Batman-like. Do you think it was cheap? The fact that they brought I kind of dug it with the whole Dark Empire thing because there was like that storyline. But I don't know. I think, yeah, they could have done something a little bit better. But it didn't bother me that much. Shoot a Rorschach mask. I know, right? And do a video. That man talking to him. Casual Rorschach. Any idea why Snyder keeps toying with fans and fanning the flames without an act? No, he just wants to keep up the good vibe, man. He's trying to show Warner Brothers that, hey, when I post some shit, my fans are right there with me, and then more people are all about it too. That's all. He's just trying to keep it. He's got to keep it fueled. Because my guess is like, negotiations are happening, so you got to make sure you got to keep the positive buzz. That's why I'm like trying to just let's avoid all the negative shit. We don't need to talk about, how complete it is. We don't need to talk about any of the negative shit. Just keep it all positive. Just keep it all positive. Pattinson doesn't need to be huge like Affleck or Bale in Batman Begins. In comics, like Hush. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this whole thing, can we stop? Can we stop that whole thing? Because it keeps on going around that, oh yeah, the reason why the Batman is being delayed is because because Robert Pattinson can't gain muscle. First off, that's bullshit. They probably got the top-notch fucking, he's got a trainer, it's top-notch, nutritionist, everything. He's being fed probably like whole fucking chickens and like pieces of drywall. And he's probably lifting heavy weight. He's probably fine, but he doesn't need to be Batfleck status. Okay, he doesn't need to be huge like that. He's a younger Batman. And if you guys saw The Lighthouse, he was pretty fucking fit and trim in that movie. It's like, hey, a couple months of just like some heavy lifting, gain about 10 pounds of muscle, you're good. Good. Perfectly fine. Yeah. So let's get over that whole fucking rumor that they're delaying the Batman because he can't bulk up. Come on. He can't bulk up? Yes, he can. Unless it's because he's a vampire. This picture of gay muscle. Yeah. Yeah, it's complete BS. Complete BS. So who's going to be the next Batman? Well, Robert Pattinson. Friday Night Lights. Hey, there's another football movie. It's pretty good. And yeah, there's also Remember the Titans. That's a good one too. Second Sonic trailer is a bit unnoticed when I seen the previews in theaters this past week. Any reaction to it? Yeah, I reacted to it. I have a video about it. A lot of people reacted to it because it was the new design. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up too, guys. Plans for the Snyder Cut announcement when it comes out. I'll probably do a live stream. I don't know. But yeah, I'm already gone an hour and a half, guys. All by myself. Nobody joined this time. Just me. I was alone. I was all by myself. Anybody know that song? Junkee, secret track. Anyways, no guests today. It was just all me, guys. Yeah, but maybe next week we'll get some of these, some of the normal. It's the holidays. Everybody's kind of like doing their thing, spending time with family, out and about. I think Steven was in Florida. Swenson was he's in Japan. But anyways, guys, let's just wrap it up right now. Last little drink right there. I appreciate it. And yeah, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. And until next week,
I mean, this is the last vodka stream of 2019, guys. So there you go. It's the last one of the year. So there you go. Cheers to 2019. Let's have a good 2020, huh? Going off strong with the whiskey. All right, guys. Talk to you later.